4.4 Morse code. Morse code is brilliant. I forgot that was a type of code, Mr. Clark. Every letter of the alphabet is represented with a combination of dots, dashes, or dots and dashes. The most famous Morse code is SOS. That's a distress signal that means help. And you can do it with a mixture of short and long sounds for the dots and dashes, or with a flashlight or a torch or a mirror with short and long flashes, or on a computer, or even just with blinks. It looks like this, which is ... dash 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 ... The Navy, the Army and the Air Force all use Morse code. Once there was a radio operator on an old ship and he had a stroke and couldn't speak or write, but he let his doctor know what he wanted to say by blinking. It's amazing that you can send messages to people just by blinking. In the Rumpelstiltskin rehearsal, Mr. Clark wanted a volunteer from the boys to sing a solo. He kept looking at me because I'd been singing loudly in all the songs. I only did that to be like Berry. But singing a solo, no, that was not going to happen, ever. I'd be too embarrassed, so I looked down to make sure I wouldn't get picked. When I dared to look up again, Mr. Clark was looking right at me. "Joe," he said hopefully, "you'd be great." I noticed Berry's eyes went wide with waiting to hear what I'd say. It felt good to know that she was looking at me with big interest and not big disgust. Maybe she'd even start talking to me again if I sang a solo. Then Croppo smirked and said, "Go on, Joe, your country needs you." And the whole class laughed. Even Mr. Clark laughed, but he stopped quickly and said, "No, seriously, you'd be really good, Joe." "Yes," said Croppo, making out he was being sincere. "Your mummy would be so proud of you." Croppo made me sick. "That's enough commentary from you, Lewis," Mr. Clark said sternly to Croppo. Lewis is his actual name. "Yes, be quiet, Croppo," said Dina Ray, but she gave him a look like she didn't really want him to be quiet. I shook my head. "Is that a no, Joe?" asked Mr. Clark. I nodded. "Oh well, we'll just have to do without a solo then," he said with a sigh. So the rehearsal went on, and I bet everyone else forgot all about what had just happened, but I didn't. I couldn't. Not with Berry's eyes flashing me maggot looks the whole time. Maybe it was her own secret code. Maybe she was blinking a message like the radio operator on that ship. If it was Morse code, I'm glad I didn't understand it. I don't think I would have liked whatever she was trying to say.